Welcome back to the Whack Group Podcast. I'm your host, Zahid. I'm here with my co-host Juan and our
Hello?
guest,
You're
Ismail.
just gonna interrupt me like that, bro.
Hi.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Today, no Jomar, but it's fine. At least you have a guest, so hopefully it won't be too boring. So let's get on with our first topic. Today we want to talk about, work stories. We
hmm
most of us worked. Most of us have a story to tell,
Yeah.
and we're here to tell ours.
All right. All right.
All right, got
So
it. You go first.
I'm going first. All right. So I got a um pretty strong story to start off. Okay.
All right.
So I'm not gonna say the place where I work at, 'cause, yeah. Anyways, so it's at a store, right? Regular grocery store. Um, and I'm a cashier. So the thing is, they come in with crazy customers all the time. Um, and for this particular story, I got this one customer. Um, Pretty crazy, right? Starting off strong. I was just there waiting. I had 1 hour left to leave work. So I was pretty much like in the mood. Let's go. I'm trying to go home. Um, and I hear yelling, right? I hear yelling. I hear yelling in the distance. I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably just a mental kid or something. I don't know. That's what I always assume, and it it probably is most of the time because that's normal at work. But then I see it's a guy, right? It's like the most typical American, right? You see this guy with like these combat boots, and he has like a USA hat on and like cargo, um, I guess camouflage pants on, and he
Of
had like
course,
the
you did.
yeah, exactly, and he had like a tank top on, right? So he comes in, rushing in, and wait, I gotta also mention he has a black backpack, which it's pretty strong in the story, I guess. Um, I see him walking in this most crazy, I guess, oh, I'm a big guy type of walk. You know what I mean? Like he's walking with his arms out. You can imagine it, right? You can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
with his arms out, his chest puffed out, walking with this big old stride, running to me, and like, okay, and it's it was pretty like, yeah, and it was pretty I guess, how do I describe it? It was a little weird. And I see him walking to my lane. He has only a gallon of milk. Okay. And most of my customers, they just come in, walking in. They would put down the gallon of milk, wait till it goes down the conveyor belt. But this guy, no. He comes inside my lane, he grabs the milk and he completely throws it on the conveyor belt. No. And at that point I was like, all right, good. First of all, he's screaming. He has a black backpack on with combat boots, stomping so loud on the ground. And then I'm surprised that milk didn't even break or pop or anything. No. But it goes down. I'm like, it catches me off guard, right? First of all, I'm in my like I'm trying to go home type of vibe. When this guy comes in throwing a milk on my conveyor belt. And then and then I'm looking at him. I'm like, are you good? Right? He doesn't answer. And I see he has headphones on. And then you know what the first thing he says? Or not to me. He says out loud, yelling.
What?
Um, he yells out, "I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna murder him!" Bro, oh my gosh! A customer doing that in my last hour of work. I was like, that caught me. I was so shocked. I was flabbergasted, bro. Like,
No, flap.
he, yeah, I'm flabbergasted, bro.
Stupefied.
Yeah, exactly. I'm stupefied. Like every single, I don't know. It caught me so off guard. And then he's like, "I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him." And I see him with headphones on. And I'm in the cash register. Next to like across that is like the manager's customer service or whatever. And I look over to them like, are you seeing this right now too? Right? It can't only be me. And then I see them looking over, and I see like everyone in the customer service looking over at me. Oh my gosh, bro. My heart was starting to beat. Like, how'd you feel in that situation? How'd you feel? 'Cause I
Not
don't
very
know.
good. I'd be scared.
Yeah.
Not even like it's not even real.
I know, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Cause, oh my gosh. And then see him with the headphones on, I'm like, okay, he's probably in a call. He's not saying that to me, which I was a little bit relieved about, you know? And then, oh my gosh. And he's like, I'm gonna grab that knife and I'm gonna stuff it in their neck. I
Oh
was
hell.
like, whoa, no. So I was like trying to back away. I was in the cash register where there's like a blinder thing right in front of me. If that wasn't there, I would completely quit my job at that point. But no. So I had to continue, be professional about it, you know? And then I scan his milk quickly. And then I'm like, do you have your blah blah card? And he
Oh
doesn't hear me.
God. You
You know,
still
because I
asked
still,
him if he had his
yeah,
card?
yes, I still have to ask that. I gotta ask it. That's how protocol is. But, but and then he doesn't hear me, so I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna repeat that to him. I'm trying to get him out of here. I don't want him here. So, and then I give him his thing. I'm like, I'm not even gonna ask him if I'm gonna bag it. I'm just gonna bag it, give it to him. I want him out. And then he he looks at me and he just stares at me. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh, here's your milk. And he's like, um, he points at his ears. Like he does like a kind of like a gun motion at his ears, but like pointing it. I guess that's how he points. Um, and he was pointing at his ears. I'm like really confused. And he was like kept pointing at it. And I was like, what? I said that to him. And he was like, cover your ears, basically. And I thought he was pointing at his headphones, like he's on a call, but no, he was like, close your ears. And I was like looking over at the managers with like slightly closing my ears, genuinely shocked, confused, flabbergasted, stupefied. And then, and then I do that, and he starts yelling, like I'm covering my ears, and he's like, you know, he's like yelling at, like he's growling and stuff. Like, why are you growling in a grocery store?
He was
Like,
taking his final form.
exactly, that's his final form. Like he was growling. I see him shaking his cheeks off, like completely shaking his head. And then I'm like, okay, I can't just like, I gotta ask for him to pay. He didn't pay yet, right? So I like put down, I put down my fingers slowly, so confused, looking over at the managers. They look terrified for me. But since I was still trying to process what was going on, I didn't know how to feel at that moment, right? So then he's like, he gave me the money. It was like he gave me a $5 bill, and I was like, oh no, for this thing you gotta put it through the front. It does it for you. And he's like, what? You gotta put the cash through the front. I can't do it. And then he was like, bro, I'm too drunk for this. Right? He was yelling.
Oh my God.
So I guess that kind of answered, right? And I can't be doing any sudden movements because, like that backpack, right? Like I mentioned before, he had a black backpack on, combat boots, walking like he was like, I don't know, like
Same
he was
level of
walking
threat
like,
as Black Forces.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point. So he could be grabbing out a gun, he could shoot me and kill me right there, right? But I'm glad he didn't. You know, I'm still here. Here's a little spoiler: I survived. But so then he's like, where do I put it? Pointed, right? And then
Plot twist, you're him.
yeah. No. I'm glad I'm not, bro. I'm not gonna grab those combat boots. But yeah, he grabs his milk and he starts strolling off, stomping as loud as he could out of the store. I'm like, bro, what just happened right now? Like as soon as he leaves, right? And he's yelling, ah, I'm gonna kill him. Right? Okay. my lane, take a breather, and just process what's just happening right now, right? Um, and sorry, I coughed a little bit, but and then one of my managers, right? He's like, Juan, turn off your light real quick. And I was like, okay, should I sign off too of the catch resist thing, right? And he's like, no, leave it on. Just turn off your light, right? And he's like, and come here, right? I followed him. I started walking to him, and I was like, yeah, what's up? And he was like, bro, what just happened? And I was like, I have no idea. I have no idea, right? And I was explaining it to him, and then some more workers came in to hear my story because they also heard him yelling all across the whole entire store. Um, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just glad that's over. And someone was like, oh my gosh, I would be extremely terrified if I was you, right? And right after that, right when I started walking, right there, my feelings, it all just came in right there, and I was like shaking my legs, shaking my arms. It's just like my mind just processed what just happened right now, right? Well, not right now, but at that time.
Yeah.
And then I was like shaking my legs, like wobbling my way back to the cash register. But and I was like, oh my gosh, that just happened. And then I just kept thinking about that. But something else happened right after that. A customer walked in, like this tall black guy, right? He was very comforting. He was like, hey, how are you? You know, and he just puts down his 2 items. I was like, I have no idea how to answer that, to be honest. I said that to him, right? And he's like,
Mhm.
oh, why? What happened? What's wrong? I'm like, I got a crazy customer, and I'm still trying to process what just happened. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm like, don't worry about it. I just gotta get used to it. And then I scanned his stuff. I put it inside the bag. He's very, very nice. And he's like, well, I hope everything on for work goes well for you. I'm like, thank you. I really appreciate that. And right after that, I had a like I think I had to clock out. But yeah, I was honestly terrified. That was quite a quite a crazy experience. I have more, but
I mean, yeah, you. That's the thing. You had to think like, wait, like my job, or like, or do I deal with this dude? You know, because that
yeah,
type of confrontation isn't easy for anybody, even if you're not working.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because I didn't know. Because like obviously it's either fight or flight, right? In my mind, I was like, I'm at work right now. I can't choose any of them. I can't do anything. So that's like
Exactly.
my mind. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like my mind was like in that state, like what is going on right now? But yeah, apparently he was drunk, and that's not the end of the story. Okay. Then I'm like, right after I got that tall, nice black guy, right? Then I hear
Mhm.
stomping again. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Right? It is same combat American guy stomping over, right? And I see him, he's starting to go to my lane. I'm like, yo, like right at that point, right? I
No,
was
just
still
turn off
having
light.
my yeah, no, yeah, exactly. I still had my wobbles in my legs and stuff, right? Because I finally processed what happened. And I see him walking over. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not trying to die. And I see him with his black pack, I can't even say it, in his hand, right? He's not even wearing it anymore. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way.
Oh,
But then
hell no.
I know he goes in front of my lane for like half a second, and he goes to reach out, and then my manager that called me over that one time, right? He was like, "Can you come here? Can you come here?" Right? And then the customer was like, "What? Where's my phone?" And I'm like, "I'm so glad he didn't go to me, because then I would have been like, I have never seen your phone at all." Then he would have been yelling. He could have pulled out a gun, whatever. Anyways, then my manager, he's like, "Oh, I have it. I have it." Oh, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how he got his phone. I'm not even gonna question it. But then the guy grabs his phone and he becomes the most relaxed, calmest person. Right? He grabs his phone and
Hell.
he does like this. He does, you know, the love sign, the love hand sign
Oh
gesture.
my God.
He
The
does
the
that thing.
little the heart.
Yeah, yeah. And he does that and then he just walks away. That's his way of saying thank you, I guess. And he just stomps over to the door. and leaves right after that. I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad I had to go home right after that because I would have been shaking scanning these people's items. But yeah, that's one of my stories for for work. Now you want to go now? You want to explain your story?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So DoorDash, right?
Yep, DoorDash.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
So when you get in orders in DoorDash, there's this like
Mm.
messaging system that
Yeah.
you can click on for you to talk to your Dash or whoever is bringing you your food. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you have specific requests that aren't necessarily on the app. And
Mm.
this one guy wanted me to bring him a sauce. Didn't I
Just sauce?
Yeah, but he texted me and I was already outside of the Burger King.
Yeah.
I show up right to the address that the DoorDash is telling me. I use my GPS. I show up and it's a T-Mobile, right? Mind
It's a
you, it's like
T-Mobile.
yeah, it's a T-Mobile, but like Boost, it's since T-Mobile is partnered with uh what's it called again? Metro,
I
right?
have no idea.
Yeah, they're partnered now. So I show up and I'm
Hmm.
like, why am I at a T-Mobile? It's fucking 2 a.m. and I'm working. What am I
Actually,
supposed to do?
Oh, dude, I know where you at. I know you're on Fifth Street Highway.
boy, you're gonna have to block that, bro.
Oof,
What do you mean?
you
The
just
heat,
doxed
you
me.
gotta block that. You just doxed
That's
it, bro.
so that's so general. What do you mean? That's so general. Fifth Street Highway.
No,
That's it. No area codes, no state, no city.
You're right.
I
You're right. I
know.
think we can leave that in.
Okay, so yeah, I know where he's at. Yeah, it's actually
yeah.
it's T-Mobile, Metro, and what's the other one? The yellow one.
Sprint.
Sprint,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
Sprint,
it's
Sprint.
next
Mhm.
to like some. Yeah, I know where you're at, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know where you're at. Yeah.
Yeah. And I show up, and
Mm.
it's like the crack of ass, and I'm nowhere. Why am I in
What?
the middle of a T-Mobile and it's 3 a.m? I call him up, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you in front? No, your address took me to a T-Mobile." And he's like, "Nah, you bugging? How you know where I work? You're bugging. You're bugging."
Wait, that's
I'm
where he works.
yes.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
I know that dude.
Stop
I know
actually.
him. He rung me up. I bought a phone there, and he rung me up.
Oh, what?
The dude you're talking about? I know. He's a dude. He's a teen. He sucks at his job. Um, dude, I was getting a screen protector for my phone, right? New phone, right?
Yeah.
And then he grabbed a vision guard instead of actual screen protector.
Oh my god.
And he messed with, and it's
Oh.
on the system, right? So every time if the vision guard, if it gets messed up, I try to order a screen protector, but it always comes back a vision guard because that's what's on system. Terrible at his
Oh
job.
my.
I know exactly who you talked about.
Oh my
Right.
god.
So then, me being nice, because in reality, I was supposed to just stay with the food and contact DoorDash, and they'll send him a new dasher, right? I was like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm not gonna make you wait more time. Just obviously frustrated already. Send me your address. I'll drive there, right?
Yeah.
He sends me it through the message system DoorDash has, and I start driving there. I get there, and a kid is outside waiting in a T-Mobile shirt, a Metro
kid.
T-Mobile shirt. A kid. Oh my god, the kid's like 5,
What?
and the shirt is like huge, and they're like, "Yeah, you came to give me my food." What?
That's a whole
What?
different kid.
It's a whole different
Right?
kid. It's a whole different
Bro,
kid, and they're like
what?
little, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not giving you a tip." I'm like, "Who asked you for?" Oh, I was insanely frustrated. I end up messaging him like, "Did you send this kid out to get your food?" Because I'm not gonna hand food to a random like little kid who just got a T-Mobile shirt.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, why are you being so complicated? I should have taken his food and drove back. Honestly, I
You
should have.
should have.
I should have." I was like, "You know what? Fuck this," and I handed the little kid the food, and they like stomped away in anger.
The
I'm
kid?
yes, bro. I'm just standing
Bro,
there
what?
like stupefied in the middle of this like alleyway where they lived in Bumblefuck, and this kid just
Bro, that's weird.
go. Oh my
So weird.
god.
So that's the end of it, right?
At least of that one.
Okay.
The second one doesn't take place like more than a week after. I think it was
Okay.
like I did this the last story I said on like a Wednesday, I believe, and the other
Oh,
one
so
was
that's
I knew
pretty
it was
soon, right?
definitely a weekend. The what?
That's pretty soon, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
um, it's at night again, not as late, but
Mm,
this time it's like a Burger King order, and
yeah.
it's from the Fifth Street one. You know the Burger King on you know.
Yeah, I was talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. That Burger King always takes super long. I don't know why, because I guess they just have no employees
They're
there now.
understaffed. Yeah, dude. They're
Yeah.
struggling. They're struggling. I've seen it.
Yeah, they're hanging on by a string.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it.
Exactly. And I pick it up. I'm finally, after waiting so long, I'm driving back, and this dude has the audacity to tell me, "Where you at? You're taking really long." And
Oh,
he lives in the South. I'm like actually confused, genuinely. And he's like, "Yeah, did you get what I asked you for in the specific messaging?" No, I didn't. You messaged me too late after I had already left. I get
yeah.
there, and the dude is like pissed at his door, pissed, livid. And but his I didn't know that it was a he because on the name of the dash thing it says Ashley.
Oh, don't tell me that's. Wait, is that his name?
Yes,
I know some dudes called
His name's
Ashley.
Ashley?
yes,
I've never
Ashley,
heard
right?
that.
And you know, I didn't like. I'm not trying to make fun of his name, but I got
Yeah.
there and I'm like, "You're Ashley? You sure?" And he's like, "Yes." And the dude's at the freaking door behind the screen door in
Yeah.
boxers, just
Ah,
boxers.
he's one of those people.
Oh my god, he's like the biggest dude I've ever seen order DoorDash. And I look
Ashley.
like
I mean, I'm
I
not making
don't
fun.
mean to
Like
trust you.
I hear Alex, like I hear Jesse, I hear like Leslie as well.
Exactly.
I've
Exactly.
never heard of Ashley. That's
Exactly.
crazy.
I haven't heard of Ashley.
Yeah.
I got there and I look around like through the screen door and it's a hot mess. A hot mess. A hot mess.
Oh gosh.
And the Burger King order is huge. I'm literally struggling. Mind you, it was snowing. This is like December. It was snowing.
Oh no.
I'm freezing and I'm holding like 4 sodas and 2 big ass bags of Burger King. And he's like, "Yeah, give me 2 seconds. It's cold." And then he walks back in and comes back, but still in boxers and a coat.
What? So you just grabbed the code. That's it.
And that's it. That's it.
So he could have just grabbed it right there, right then and there, and
Exactly.
then that's it.
Exactly. He just wanted me to get
Oh,
a view, you know.
that okay. I mean, I don't know about that, but
Poor me, honestly.
yeah,
I was kind of confused on why, you would answer or like receive an
yeah,
order if you're in that condition.
yeah. He should have been ready from the
Exactly.
get go.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't know why he's walking out with just boxes. This big guy,
Exactly.
but
Exactly. And it's cold on top of that. It's winter. Like it's I I don't know if this makes it worse, but it's slightly more understandable if it was like summer, but it's not.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
winter
exactly.
going outside and you answer the door like that. Mind you, I'm
Yeah.
16. Like what do you say like, "Yes, sir. I'm 16." And it's like, like they're like this like huge fucking big dude like expecting their like huge Burger King order, and I really didn't want to disrespect him, but you had the
Yeah,
audacity to rush me when you're in this state,
I know,
accepting a
I
food.
know, I know exactly. That's dumb. It's ironic too.
Exactly, because as the dasher, and I've learned this over time, because
Yeah,
especially my mom driving me around, it's easier for her to like cut people off. I guess it's like wisdom, but she's like, just don't. We're not. Why should we be nice? Just cancel the order, extend it to customer service. And
yeah.
me being stubborn, of course, I'm like, nah, this is only gonna take 5 seconds. Let me just still take it. No,
Oh god.
like they have an attitude. Why should you still take them the food? And this is what I get, obviously,
Yeah.
for still being nice.
I hate that. I hate that. Wait, you're not
You
doing
know,
DoorDash anymore, right?
occasionally if I feel like it.
Okay, got it.
You know,
So, why would you go out so late? Like, why so late?
because you start to think about it, and it's like strategically you go out at that time and more people are ordering food. You know, like it's like a Friday night and you're like, oh yeah, like
Uh,
somebody's probably like they're probably like drinking, playing games. They're probably gonna want to order some like
oh,
Pizza Hut or like Little Caesars.
Yeah, that's genius.
yeah, yeah. That's
You know,
that's
and it
actually
works.
smart. So, is that when you get like the most value out of it?
Yes,
Like
yes,
near the night, right?
and people that's when people start giving tips too, because you know you're drunk, you don't really start caring about money, and you're like,
Uh,
oh, just here. Um, can I talk about the time that I ended up at a strip club by mistake because of
what?
dash order?
I'm. I guess so. What do you think was he?
You can do your club one.
Got it, got it. Um,
Yeah.
like, and this is how I usually get myself to these situations. I realize that the
Mm,
money is like better in DoorDash when you do it later at night, but
mm.
it comes with like a cost of like
Yeah.
you
High
end
risk,
up
high
in
reward.
places that's just wow. So
Okay.
I was on Fifth Street. I'm coming back from
Mm,
this like really long order that my mom and me chose to do because it was like a good one. It was like $12, I believe, and it was only
yeah.
like 7 miles, but it was still seven
Mm,
miles from Fifth Street. So we ended up in like Leesport,
yeah.
and we're coming back, and it was like near Cabela's. We're coming back, and we're finally on Fifth Street, and we get this order, and I'm like, all diamond or whatever the hell. What is this? Where is this? Uh,
Yeah.
I'm taking back food from where was it? It was like like Plaza Azteca, uh, like the one up on
Yeah, I know you talk about. Yeah, near the Best
yeah,
Buy.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly
yeah, yeah.
near Best Buy, and I'm taking that back now, and I see the address says all diamond something something on da da
Mm,
da da, and I get there. And I'm like right next to in front of the gas station. I'm like, it has to be in front of the gas station, right? I go in with the food and I'm like, did you guys order DoorDash? And they're like, nah, nobody here ordered DoorDash. Da 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 da. You can check next door though. And I'm like, okay, yeah,
mm.
I don't know what that spot is, but you know, the lights are on. I don't know. Looks like a nice place. I don't know. Must be
Yeah.
like a bar or something. I get in and like, bro, on the poster boards, there's like you know like things like covering the girls' nips and stuff on the posters and stuff. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
Yeah.
god.
oh wow, I ended up here, huh? I go in pretty
Oh,
deep and I'm like, yeah, did you guys order DoorDash? And they're like, yeah, they should be back there. And I go into the back and like thank God,
wait.
you know, they were still fully clothed, obviously. But
Okay.
it's so awkward. And they're like, oh my God, thank you. And mind you, I'm 16. I would have never been allowed that deep if I wasn't to have ordered DoorDash. And you know,
What?
it
Wait.
was
Why did they just allow you? Why can't they do it themselves?
because they were working behind the counter to accept whoever is that's coming in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like so weird because there was like just this group of girls in the back. Obviously, they're still fully clothed because they looked like they weren't on hours for working. So I go in pretty
Mm,
deep. I hand them their food, and they're like, "Oh my God, thank you. How old are you?" And I'm like, 17. To like you know loosen the blow. Mind you, I'm still not
yeah.
17. I'm like not even halfway there, I believe,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I'm just like confused. I'm like, damn, I hope they're not like, you know, like, and they're like, oh, okay, I don't know why they let you back here, da 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 da, but you know, the exit's that way, and I go around the other way, and there's like
Yeah.
so many more posters, and they're so bad, they're so explicit. I'm literally crying, and
Bro.
imagine going back out, right? And my mom, I think my mom knew what this place was, because I go back out, and I go
Yeah.
in the car, and I'm like,
I
you
just
know
want to
where the
ask.
spot was, huh? And she's like laughing. I'm so,
Oh my god.
I was so
So she
dead.
knew. Did she know the whole time?
How she figured it out, I guess, because
Uh.
when you open the door, it's immediately just like posters and like the colored like LED
Yeah.
lights and pink and like
Yep.
purple and yeah,
Yeah. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, bro.
you
You
could
got the
imagine.
craziest story. Oh my
I don't know how
gosh.
I ended up there
Wait.
to be honest, because you know you order from there, you would expect like the person who they can track me while I'm doing the order.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
I'm doing the order you can see where I'm heading towards you. You'd let me
Yeah.
that deep in not knowing, you know, who's coming in with your food.
Mm,
And I just
that's
go
true.
in and it's like, holy shit.
Oh gosh.
This is what I got myself.
And you still do DoorDash, and
Yep,
you're still
I
doing this.
continued doing, I continued my shift.
Oh my gosh. Well, be expecting more crazy things. That's crazy. That's oh my
Yeah.
gosh, man. Hey, what do you got? Do you got anything?
I have a few. Um,
Go ahead.
so I used to work, and I'm probably gonna do it this year again, but maybe. I used to work at a pumpkin. I do seasonal pumpkin patch working, right? When like
Yeah.
a local pumpkin patch around here, and I don't know, around here in the farm country, I would help them out, right, during the season.
Mm,
And I'm here with some family members, some friends of my mom. We're working, right? And
Yeah.
then we're loading up the pumpkins. We're in the field, right? There's a few snakes. Everyone knows about the snakes, right?
okay.
But then one day
Big snakes or like small ones?
they're like garden snakes, right? One day we
Oh,
see
I can't
something.
do it
We
with
just see we see something
you
hopping. I'm
can't.
like, I'm like,
Snake
what?
hopping?
Something's hopping, right?
Hopping?
And then one of my
yeah.
mom's friends is like, oh, it's like a bunny. So he went to go catch it, right? The
Okay.
bunny is
Yeah.
fast,
A
and we can
fat
see it's
bunny.
jumping, and then he's chasing after the bunny, right? The rabbit, and then
Yeah.
he jumps and tries to catch the bunny,
Oh no.
right?
Oof.
Oh
Stands up,
no.
the bunny is gone, disappeared.
No.
Like we don't know
What?
where it went. The bunny just disappeared. It's nowhere. It didn't hop anymore. It wasn't on the ground where he landed.
Disappeared?
The
The
rabbit
snake ate him?
disappeared. Just
Wait,
gone.
what? Bro, I
Just
thought you were gonna
gone.
say he like accidentally laid on it and like killed it or something.
Maybe
Bro, I would
no,
have been
no, because we went to go check where he
maybe.
landed, and the
Yeah.
bunny is just not there.
I mean, you know what it could be? Sometimes they have like to like run away from like snakes and stuff when they
Oh,
like
they have
about to eat it.
burrows.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, but it was a field, like a pumpkin field. There's like no room for that.
No,
So
because they can't just disappear. It probably just
that's what
doesn't end
happened.
up.
You
How
guys were
big
on
was
there
the
again.
field?
And I don't. It can't really cut. Like the bunny can't even like go inside, like the vines of the pumpkin because pumpkin vines are spiky.
Yeah. I mean, it
So
could have
if it would have
still.
there, it could have gone there, but it would have hurt it, and it would have like screeched and tried to run somewhere else, right? And we would have seen
Mm,
it, but nothing happened. It just disappeared.
disappeared.
The
It was
hell?
just the
That's
craziest thing
crazy.
ever because it was
What?
jumping around the fields,
Okay.
right? And then gone,
Yeah.
gone.
Okay. So I got a real question for that. The real question is why? That's it. Why? Why would he? Why would
Why
he
would he start
chase?
trusting the rabbit?
Yeah. Why did he chase the rabbit? Just let it
I have
jump or
no
whatever. Let it
idea.
hop.
I have no idea. I don't know. It was a long
Oh, it
day.
went into the
I
back
have a
room.
similar story.
Go ahead. Explain.
Got it. I was in the park. This is I was with my cousin and my even younger cousin, and we were
Mm,
walking down. And this is still when I was living in the Bronx. I'm like what 7, 8, and but my cousin is one
okay.
of my cousins is older than me by 2 years,
Uh,
and one of them is younger by 2 years. And we go down, and we're like, where the park is. There's the basketball court next to the playground, and then there's a trail leading to where the baseball field is, and behind there's another walking trail, like for
yeah.
track. And
Uh-huh.
behind there's a trail, but it leads to nowhere. So we're walking through, and we see these two kids having a conversation,
Oh
and
no.
we feel like we know these kids because we've seen. We thought I thought I saw them from school, and so we're
Yeah.
following these kids to see if we could catch up to them. Right? We're not running after them. Obviously, they're gonna think we're like fucking creeps,
Yeah.
right?
I'd never do that.
Exactly. Never run after kids.
Yeah, that's a good tip for everyone out there.
and
Anyways, yeah.
I was just following them, and we go in through to the baseball field, and we're like following them around,
Yeah.
and we're like low key trying to catch up, but not too fast, and we're like yelling out, and it goes from the baseball field to the track field, and we swear we see these kids walk into that track and through back to the trail leading to nowhere. Is a dead end to just the woods, and we follow them back there because the way it is, you gotta like make a turn, and they make the
Yeah.
turn. We go in through to that turn also, and they're gone.
Ghost
Stop.
children. Ghost children.
No.
Bro,
Bro, that is so movie-like.
Bro.
That's so
That
movie-like.
is. Bro,
It
first
is
the bunny, then the
crazy.
kids.
bro, I was like, what? I swear they were just here, and we looked at each other. We were like, because we were all in agreement that we saw the kid, right,
Yeah.
walking, and we look at each other, and we're like, are you dead ass? They were just here.
Bro.
Well,
Wait,
we
wait,
didn't
wait,
say
wait,
dead
wait.
ass.
Did
It
you
was
see
Evan,
the face?
but still. The what?
Did you see the kid's face?
Yes, I saw them turn because they were having a conversation. It was two of them,
Hmm.
but the kids had moved that same year though, because from the school, because they were in my class for a while. One of their names was Adonis, and I'm following them, and I go back through the trail. They're gone, Juan, and bro, I look and there's only trees, so there's no and
Oh
like metal
God.
fencing.
So wait. So you knew them before, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Now, ever seen them after that?
No, because they had moved. That's why
Oh
I was like trying to catch up to them.
no!
It's an
I
apparition, bruh.
bro, I go back and you know those like traffic like dead end signs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? That's there's a dead end there. So you turn there and there's a dead end sign in like this like little trail, but with fencing around the dead end.
Hmm.
So where could they have gone? We have no idea.
Bro.
That is crazy.
No. I feel like that is kind of more intense, especially when it's actual people and that
Yes,
people that you recognize too. Like,
exactly.
no, and you never saw them right after they moved.
Exactly. They had
Oh,
moved.
that's
That
crazy.
is crazy. I'm thinking of
On
a
some like
That's
it's a
I'm
friend
thinking
of
of a
mine.
insane.
backstory while you said that.
What?
What if they were showing you where they died?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
It's their ghost leading
No,
them
that's
to
some
their death.
demons, bro. That's some demons.
Oh, or like what if they got kidnapped there or something? Oh, my stomach started turning.
Oh, you know what?
Bro, no.
The kidnapping makes
Uh,
way more sense.
you know,
Oh, because they were
uh,
in the park. So what if they got kidnapped? Oh my. Oh no,
This
my
is
god.
the
yeah, no,
Bronx,
that
right?
definitely makes it better.
Yes, I got the chills. Hold on. Jesus
That
Christ.
is crazy.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's disturbing. Especially when you bring that theory into that. Like, what if the same thing happens to the bunny, you know? I mean, it's not that creepy since it's a bunny, but like the
It's just a
kids
magic
though?
bunny.
Exactly.
Magic
But
bunny.
still.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but like, which
That's
story do you prefer, Magic Bunny or Disappearing Children? Like,
Disappearing
honestly,
children. Although Magic Bunny,
well, when you
bro,
put it like
Magic
that,
Bunny is Alice in Wonderland. I would have liked
exactly.
that
that.
is true.
I would prefer to go with like I would prefer to hear like, oh yeah, the bunny just disappeared. It has to be a magic bunny. Then like, yeah, these children just got stolen. Like,
Mm.
That's crazy. No, I
Yeah.
don't have any like surprising work stories. I have like stories from work, but they're not surprising because I
that,
do seasonal that. I do some janitor services when I was yeah. No, when I used to work in janitorial, right?
Yeah.
It was late shifts, like because the stores are closed, so we clean them, right? Or like buildings, and it's dark, and it looks scary to work like that because you're basically alone. You have some crewmates, but basically alone, right?
Wait. What'd you say? You have some what?
I know what joke you're gonna make. Okay,
Some what?
crewmates.
You have. Oh my god. No.
That's
Okay.
just the technical term. Okay.
That's a
And you would
little.
think like scary things would
What's up?
happen because it's like 3 in the morning. I'm like cleaning,
Yeah.
right? In a like
Yeah.
empty building.
This is outside.
It was like a YMCA, I think.
Oh, so
It was,
inside.
yeah, we
Okay.
were inside.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
surprisingly enough, well, actually, there was like some times at night where there would be like really loud slamming doors. But that's like the
For
only
no reason.
scariest thing. Yeah, for no reason, like out of nowhere. It would be the echo because it would be like some far because it was a big YMCA building, or I don't know what it was. But it was a building and it had like activity stuff, so I assumed it was a YMCA, and it was out of
Ah.
town in our city, so I don't know. But like that was the only thing, and it was the echo one, so it wasn't so loud where it would like scare you, but it was like weird. That's the only thing that's ever happened in that line of work. And then my current job right now is as a daycare teacher, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, just funny stories actually. I got yelled at by a little girl who was like 3 because we were making we had there
Afraid
was
for
like
what?
because okay, so we were there were she me and her were making foam like castle like with the it looked had brick print on it, right? And I
Yeah.
accidentally knocked it down, right? And she got so mad, right? And she was Hispanic, right? And she was just yelling at me in Spanish, like, "You always knock it
Oh,
down. Why are you
she
even
was
here? Why are
Hispanic.
you knocking it down? Don't get near it."
Oh my-
And I'm just laughing because little girls
Yo, she took that to a
yelling at me.
personal level.
And then
I would
what's
too. I
crazy,
would too. Why'd you knock down her thing?
bro? She said you always knock it down. And I'm like, this is the first time we're doing this.
Oh, the first time. You're gonna do it again, huh? No, well, that's
No,
messed up.
no, that was an accident. It was the first time it was an accident. I seriously didn't mean to do it. I was trying to grab some paper because
Oh, okay.
I was writing some things down to do later because I work 3 to 7, so I have to constantly make up like fun activities or lessons while I'm on the job.
Right.
But and then oh one okay, it's not really funny. Oh, I'm not allowed to say funny. So I had balloons and it was a slow day and it's like I feel like I told this story, right? So I had balloons, and I was like, you know what? They're young. Let me see if they can blow up a balloon, right? So two of
Yeah.
them, it was three kids, right? Two of them, easy peasy. One of them had the most difficult time blowing up the balloon. It was
They got
honestly
lightheaded.
so frustrating.
Oh, you're laughing at a child, bro. You're
I
laughing at
was not laughing.
child.
No, no, I wasn't laughing.
I
'Cause
am.
teacher brain,
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Teacher brain, right? I was like, okay. I was thinking of all the possible ways I could teach this kid how to blow up a balloon, right?
Hmm.
And maybe they were a little too young, but like I was thinking of all the ways, right? I was like, okay, what if I get the same balloon color? What if I go step by step? What if I go hands free? What if I go step on step in detail with the same balloon? And we spent like like more than 5 minutes on technique. And then I saw what he was doing wrong, but he never got
What's up?
it. I was showing him like he had his hands like blocking his lips, and they made his lips open. Like he made his he basically had his fingers in his mouth, right?
Yeah.
So all the air didn't go inside the balloon, and he got so frustrated. And I'm like, I'm there, really trying to help, and he got so frustrated, he like just like really aggressively threw it on the ground, started crying angrily, kicked the chair, and just sat down and cried for like solid 3 minutes. I'm like,
Wow. For not blowing up a balloon.
yes. I was like, oh my god. I'm really
Like,
trying how to teach him. And then okay, and then a
yeah.
few days later, I'm with the same kid. We're doing a thing called I do letter trade where it's a lesson for them to recognize letters, right? So I would have a letters, like 3 letters. I would say I have
Mhm.
these 3 capital A's. Can you give me some
Yeah.
lowercase z's? They would give me that, right? And then he's asking
Mm.
him, "Do you have balloons so we can blow them up?" And I'm like, "Why is he asking?
Okay.
He had such a
Yeah.
time with the balloons, and he's asking why if I have them or not." I did have some, but I'm like, no, I don't have any balloons today. Sorry.
Hmm.
I'm like, that was so strange. Maybe he learned at home and he wants to try them out again, but
Ah,
I don't know.
yeah. He wanted to impress you. That's what he
I
wanted
laugh.
Yeah.
to do.
Some kids like pass out. Like they try so hard to blow the balloon and they can't, so they pass out.
No, no,
What?
no one passed out.
Thank
Although
God.
he was
Like
gasping though, like because he was blowing it really hard.
Dito,
Yeah.
So
right? You guys have like weird like deja vu dreams. So like you have like this like own world built in your dreams that you like revisit sometimes.
Oh, that happened to me like 2 times, possibly. Maybe I think yeah, like 2 times maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like I have, but I can't remember a specific time. There's sometimes
hmm.
where things repeat,
hmm
maybe, but I can't think of a specific one.
Yeah, no, there's a place that repeats in my dream though. Like it's like like if it was a landmark like out here, but in my dream, that it repeats as a like
Oh, yeah,
place in
some
dreams.
yeah, it's your subconscious telling you something about somebody. Maybe you gotta go somewhere. I don't know.
Right? No, it's and that people also repeat in my dreams or like characters,
I guess so, yeah.
and it's like constant deja vu because when I'm in my dream, I visit that place again, and I promise you, it feels like I've been here before, and it's a constant place in my life that I'm visiting again, but I don't remember that place out in the real life when I'm here.
Mm.
Mm.
So it's
Which
not an actual place, right?
no, it's not. It's like this building, and I when I go in, it's like it has like games and stuff, but out here it doesn't exist. You know, it's
Mm.
insane. And
Do
the
you think it
inside,
means anything?
huh?
Do you think it means anything?
Maybe I don't know because people say like you never forget a face and places, like you never
Yeah.
actually forget it.
Yeah, of course.
Always somewhere there. So maybe
Mm.
it's somewhere that I've been, but I was too young to remember it out here. But it's still somewhere in my brain that my
Yeah.
brain uses it as an item,
That
like
happened to
lodged
me.
in the store.
That happened to me with a smell though.
Oh, smells too, smells too.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
was coming out of a
Oh
barber
my
shop,
god.
right? I was like, I got my
Yeah.
cut. I feel good, right? It's like July, right?
Hmm.
And I think I just got home from camp and my hair was pretty long, so I cut some of it. And then I'm walking home, right? Or I'm walking to a land
Yeah.
somewhere for my mom to pick me up, right?
Hmm.
And then I'm crossing by. Surprisingly, I'm across the street from my old house that I was, and I'm smelling something, and a guy walked by me, right? And I started smelling. I don't know if it was coming from there or the street, but I smelled this thing, and I'm like, that smells so familiar. And then I started thinking of, so I don't know, I thought of a specific like time frame, like it was the summer of 2016
That's
or
fun.
something before that, and I just thought of that because it
Yeah.
smelled like. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of had like a factory cherry smell or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like
hmm
smelling it, and I
Oh
try to follow
yeah.
the smell because I'm so curious about it.
Hmm.
Weirdest day of my life, weirdest walk. Cause
Because I
um,
know dream like smells like that. Smells like that. It just brings back memories from like there's a smell. I forgot what it was, but I remember there was a certain smell smelt like a few months ago. I think, and I remember
Yeah.
I smelt it right, and I just like took a big old whiff. Okay, maybe not that big, but and then I just all those memories just flooded in. Like I just remembered there. I remember the memory too. I remember I smelled it. It was like a summer, and it was I think it was like a Sunday, and then I was using my mom's phone, right? My mom, and I was using her phone. I was like playing like the old version of Minecraft, and like going past the border of Minecraft. I gotta be specific. and then like that, it just brings so much nostalgic memories. It's so like I love that feeling. Like just all that a certain smell can bring back so much memories. It's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
Like the
crazy.
smell of pennies. The smell of pennies. It makes me think
Yeah.
of this like, really bad nosebleed that I had when I was in fourth grade in school,
What?
Yeah.
and it was like the first day that I had brought in my phone to school. Like they actually like let me bring my phone to school.
Ah. This
Right.
was fourth grade.
Fourth grade,
That is
and
You had
so
I
a
was
phone
there.
at fourth grade.
The what?
You had a phone at fourth grade.
that is
Mm-hmm.
so unfair.
Oh, that's a Gen Z that type of stuff.
Bro, exactly no, because when I work at daycare, bro, they're they're like 6 to like 8 year olds, right? And they
Yeah.
have like whole tablets, and then there's one 7-year-old has like a whole phone, a nice Galaxy phone. I'm like, and they're
I
not, and
know.
it's usually really like like it. I don't. Okay, let me not use that word. It's really frustrating because I'm trying to do a lesson. Literally Friday, right? I was at work and I'm trying to do a social study lesson, right? On the globe
Hmm.
and then the United States to the states. Got to start them early on the states so they can remember this stuff.
Yeah,
Girl
yeah,
wouldn't get off her phone. She's playing this stupid like toilet game where you win dogs or something. And I'm like,
yeah.
what's it called? It work policy says, it says, I haven't read it. Just what my
Yeah.
coworkers tell me. It says we're allowed to take away their devices. But I don't do that because
You're
one,
not trying to make them
I'm a
cry,
I'm
right?
a I'm a guy, and then second, it's a little girl, so someone might get the wrong impression, right? Like she might cry
Oh,
or she
okay.
Especially
might get
now,
frustrated.
like,
And
Yeah.
even with boys, I wouldn't do it because it's kind of my way of showing respect.
yeah, yeah, yeah. To them, yeah,
If I respect you enough to wait for you to get off your devices, you'll respect for me to get off your devices
exactly.
and listen to my lesson, right? So I'm there waiting.
Hmm.
I'm just like so frustrated. One of them was playing Friday Night Funkin'. It was because I remember it. It was just so frustrating.
On the
They
Switch
have
or
their
something?
tablet, yeah, a tablet, bro, and their phone, and I'm
Oh
like,
no.
I'm really
Oh,
trying
that
to get this
knockoff
lesson.
version one.
Yeah, probably or
Oh
whatever.
god.
And I'm like,
Imagine trying to speak about like Georgia and you just hear like a beep boop bop like in the background.
no, I didn't
No.
Like,
start.
No, I'd get rid of their phone right there. Their
I
tablet right
can't.
there.
No. That reminds me. Okay, so the same girl who was their phone, we were doing a game I called Animal Cards. If you get the animal right, and some of them can't read, so I usually don't really cover the name because it has the name on the card, right? So if they get it
mhm.
right,
Hmm.
they get the card, right? And this one kid, he was just so, and what's the word? I know the Spanish word. What's the they were
What word?
so
What word?
they were so like determined to like get all the cards right, get all the animals right. And
Oh,
he was like so determined, and he was like, I said that, and he didn't say it, but he's like always saying, I said that, and he's always trying to get the cards that,
right.
because usually when they don't know, don't tell them. I save it for next time so that I can teach them
Hmm.
about it. And then yeah, there's usually like a 1 day period where I'm not there 'cause I have like jazz
Oh.
practice, so it's like a way
Mhm.
of testing their memory. So I'm there, and he's like trying to grab the cards that he didn't get. He gets so frustrated, and then there's a girl that was on her phone. She's really good at animal cards, right? She's good at memorizing animals. She's getting all the
Yeah.
cards, and then she's telling the little boy who's really determined to get them, right? He's like, sit
Yeah.
down, because he was standing up. He's trying to get on the table, right? And I'm gonna tell him sit down. So we're
Oh,
both
she's
down.
telling him that?
Yeah, so she said that to him, and I usually let them
Oh.
because usually your little kids, they're usually more um they usually listen more to people around them than the actual authority.
Okay.
So yeah.
Got it.
Um
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so he's
True.
saying that he gets frustrated and he throws her cards on the floor. She starts crying,
Dito?
right? Huh?
Yeah, Dito.
He he threw them on the floor, her cards, right? And then she starts crying, right?
Hmm.
Because this is like a 7-year-old, right? And
Bro,
then
that's a
it's
mess.
the worst moment ever because she's like bawling her eyes out, and I'm collecting all her cards, right? Try to make her feel
Oh my
better,
god.
right? Like, here are your cards, it's fine, right? She's crying, and then
Yeah.
worst timing ever, her dad picks her up, right? So
Oh
I look
no.
terrible, right? It looks like I made her cry.
Yeah.
I look
Oh
so
no.
I look so bad. Because first of all, I'm a guy teacher, right? And it's usually it
Yeah.
was an all woman staff, right? And I just look
Oh yeah.
so bad. I look terrible, right?
Oh,
Did you explain it to him? At
Yeah, I
least?
was like, well, I didn't explain it like that much, but I tried
Oh,
to
he better
because
listen to a
it was
podcast.
kind of embarrassing, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like getting caught doing something, right? But I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was in the
yeah.
middle of making her feel better, and she's like still like crying, right? I just looked
Mhm.
so bad. It was so like embarrassing. Like my face was really red because I don't know. I hope he got everything right because I looked so bad. Like it's honestly like really bad to see like to be looked like that way.
I mean, yeah, because you get there and like you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come pick up my daughter. Why is she crying? You know,
Yeah, that's
she's
your first impression.
you.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
You
there
like
kneeling
you
beside her and I'm
see that
talking, right?
obviously.
And it looks like
Yeah.
I made her and it was so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I
but
That's
mean, that's when
perfect
I would
timing.
have
that
like
was a work story
been
right
like,
there. Sorry to loop back around.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
all good. It's all good. I mean, it came full circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
And oh man.
that's funny. I like that.
Um
So that does that happen often or?
no, that was like well, I'm basically a rookie, right? I've been volunteering like since
Mhm.
October and I
Yeah.
volunteer a few hours and then at one point they offered me a part-time job and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it," right?
Ah, yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Got it.
I'm still kind of new at this. And I was thinking back to like 'cause
Mm.
I do this for my at the technical school, right? CTC, I do this, right? And I'm like I'm remembering guidance techniques for kids, right? Cuz that was a chapter we were on, right? I'm like, okay,
Mm.
how do I guide or how do I guide the other I was trying to also guide them as I was doing. So the guy who was determined to like get on the cards and was like being super rude, right? Like I was
Mm.
trying different techniques for him to like listen, and then I was
Did it
also
not
thinking
work?
about no, because he threw down the cards, so it
Yeah.
didn't work. And then I was trying to think of like ways for her to make her stop crying, right? I was just
Mm.
thinking about textbooks, so because that's where I learned, right? Oh my
Uh-huh.
god, I'm like really new at all of it, so I'm really trying. It was
I
embarrassing.
mean,
It
I
was
think
so
you're doing
embarrassing.
good from what I know. You know, at least he tried. He might
yeah,
have
yeah.
gotten the wrong impression, but
Oh
at
yeah.
least you did something with it, right? Because you're just doing what you gotta do.
I mean, no, because it's like hard, being a boy and doing all this stuff.
I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like the kids trust you enough as long as you establish that relationship that they know, like, not to tell
Oh
their
yeah.
parents something you
So
didn't do.
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
um,
exactly.
I know. So the kid I was telling you who couldn't blow up the balloon, first few
Hmm.
days that I was like there for like volunteer work, he didn't speak to me at all. He was silent to me. It wasn't until like the sixth day I was volunteer working he started speaking to me,
Yeah.
So,
and he would like
Well,
yeah, he would just like not speak
I
to me.
mean,
He
like,
would stay away. So yeah.
yeah,
But now we're like,
he's a kid, so
yeah. But now, he, asks me questions and stuff.
dang, his trust issues started from this young.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
That's kind
but
of
I
sad.
know how about building trust. I have some with them because I'm nice to them and stuff. Like I saw that they
Yeah.
didn't have like Play-Doh, right? Because the daycare is not okay. This is on record, so the daycare doesn't have all the things. So I made homemade Play-Doh because they didn't have any, right?
Yeah.
And they really
Okay.
liked that. So I guess that's how I build their trust. I guess. Yeah,
Uh,
I know. I understand.
yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right. Well,
Brutal out here, as they say.
as they say, don't say it like a road, man.
Yeah.
Don't say it
I
like a
mean,
road.
with kids, the more you try and like, oh yeah, I'm like the older one. Da 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 da.
Yeah, I never
You
try
have
to do
to listen
that.
to me. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
they
like that's
just try to go against.
They
But
think me like that, but
you
like
gotta
they
be
think
with
I'm an
them.
adult. I'm like 16, and I tell them I'm like I'm not that old. And then I usually like they say Mr. Zahid or they call me teacher. I never like use my last
Yeah.
name at all. Like I let them
Yeah.
call me like yeah, whatever they want. Usually those
Yeah.
two are on the line.
Which is kind of why, like, I feel like teachers like get that lack of respect from people,
Yeah.
because you kind of like they're trying to position themselves in a higher up than the kids. When in reality, you just want an understanding enough to where they can learn from you, but you can be their friend, so they'll listen to you.
Yes. Yes. You gotta join with their team, and it'll start to settle in. You know, don't make it
Exactly.
seem like, okay, I'm better than you. Then it's like now you think they're against you. You know, like you think you're against each other. And that's not
Exactly.
good.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I see your
There
point. I
was
see your
one
point.
day where I literally lost this little girl lost respect for me. It was
Yeah.
Friday before Valentine's Day. They were all
Mm.
some of the little kids were hyped up on candy, right? And this little girl, she just out of nowhere, she was like usually really nice to me. We know each other. Like I even call her by her nickname because that's the level of where we are, right? She knows me enough to do that. I know her
Mm.
older sister who's also in the daycare and her little sister, right? So then one day she was just being super rude. She wasn't listening to anything I was saying. And usually
Yeah.
when one little kid starts acting bad, the others do as well. So everyone else
Yeah.
started acting up and not listening to me.
Mm.
And then it was kind of funny because she was like, "No, my name is not, her name. I can't say it. My name is the Grinch." And it was really
The
funny.
Grinch.
It was really funny, but it was kind of because like she just like that day, no respect, just no listening to
Yeah. Yeah.
me. I had to move around rooms because it was a pretty big room, so I had to keep switching, right? And she would just
Mm.
every time I would move rooms because someone usually would ask her help, or I'm trying to get some kids off the tablet, right? She would just move to the opposite room, the other side of the room, and I kept switching and stuff, and she just I don't know. They all lost respect. The Monday
Ay,
after, they were still some of them were still hyped up on candy because they had more. But like, she
Mm.
apologized the day after. She's like, "Today, I'll be nice and I won't be like Friday."
I'm not the
Sorry,
Grinch
teacher.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm not the Grinch anymore. Like the little
That's
kids were
funny.
being really mean because they were calling her Grinch still. So another thing I had to work on. It
Yeah.
ended. So yeah, I did my job correctly.
All right. That's some interesting
Yeah.
stories you all got. It's oh my gosh.
Got it.
That one about the kids and stuff, that one really got me. Like I did not expect that at all. All right,
Oh,
you go ahead.
Yeah. All right, that's it. That's it for the Wacky Podcast. Remember, stay happy, stay wacky, and we'll see you in the next one.
Have a wacky day.